I think this is frozen. We saw this happen a few times earlier today. We're watching the testimony of Johnny Depp, who his attorney is taking us through sort of the end stages of their marriage, and he's detailing what he describes as abusive behavior by Amber Heard. We have not heard her side of this story yet, and while we wait for this video to come back live, let's bring in attorney Brian Claypool, who is watching all of this with us. Do we have the video back, or are we going to Brian? Okay. So, Brian, you're watching this along with us. How believable do you find Johnny Depp's testimony on day 2 here?
Hey, Martha, great to be back with you. What's shocking to me in this case and his testimony is the scope of what he's talking about. Remember, Johnny Depp's not suing Amber Heard for assault and battery, yet we've heard hours of testimony about Amber Heard allegedly punching him in the face, throwing bottles at him and cutting his finger off. That's not even at issue in this case. So I'm a little bit shocked that Amber Heard's lawyers are allowing this colloquy of alleged abuse against Amber Heard to come into evidence. I would have been arguing for Amber Heard. A, that's not relevant. This is a defamation case. And B, the law is, even if it's relevant, it's too prejudicial to my client Amber Heard. That said, Heard's lawyers let it in, and what Depp's doing is pretty profound, and it might be powerful with a jury. That is, he is wanting this jury to believe that Amber Heard is so crazy, that she's so violent, that she's so belligerent and so maniacal that she is capable of maliciously lying about this false accusation of domestic violence against Johnny Depp. That's their strategy.
Yeah. We have a picture that was shown earlier in the trial a couple of hours ago of Johnny Depp on a gurney in a hospital. And there's a green dot on this photo. This is the date. You can see that his fingers are broken apart, basically, by what he says was a vodka bottle that she threw at him. That's his contention. And then up on his cheek, there's a mark which he claims was a cigarette that she burned into his cheek. I mean, this is pretty brutal stuff, Brian. And, you know, I wonder why you think it is that her attorneys are allowing him to go this far. I can imagine that it's potentially because they will look forward to sort of pulling apart these stories piece by piece, I would imagine.
Right. Good point on 2 respects. Let's talk about the picture. Martha, I have trouble getting in pictures like that in civil cases where there's personal injury involved. Again, this is a defamation case, and this has turned into like a personal injury case. But that photograph's going to elicit sympathy on behalf of Johnny Depp, number 1. And number 2, it's going to allegedly show that Amber Heard is a very, very violent person, and she's capable of lying. This is really appalling that they wouldn't object this. But to your point real quick, remember, the cross-examination of Johnny Depp is dictated by the scope of what his lawyers ask him on direct. So if his lawyers had been short and tight, then Heard's lawyers couldn't go into a lot on cross-exam. You make a great point, because this is going to be a bloodbath, and anything in Depp's life is going to be fair game on cross-exam.
Fascinating. And we'll see when that cross-examination gets started. The feed is back. Let's go back to this courtroom in Fairfax, Virginia. Here's movie star Johnny Depp.